Okay, we're back with another episode of High Rated Edison. Today we have Papa Phil on 915 going up against Kill Switch on 1090. So both players would have been deep into the top 100 at the time of this recording. Both of these players we've also seen before. Papa Phil typically on like Dark and Vayu decks, and then Kill Switch, one of our two resident X-Saber players with Chris K. So we'll see what they get up to in this one. Opening hands: Deep Prison, Chaos Sorcerer, Mystical Tomato, Plague Spreader, and Gale. Bottom's equal, Upstart, Fold Troll, Saberhole, Heavy, and Emma's Blade. So pretty good hands on both sides. Going to Upstart into the Air Bellum now. Summon the Emma's Blade, set the Saberhole. That does kind of give away that you've got Saberhole at the back, but and give away the deck type. But I think you're okay with that because Saberhole is just such a huge card. Going to set the Deep Prison, set the Tomato now. Pass, draw for turn is Sangan. They're going to summon out the Air Bellum, special summon out the Fold Troll now. Yeah, this is Hyunlei, which can get rid of that back row, and then Fold Troll can bring back the Air Bellum. Yeah, this is huge. This is absolutely huge right now. So Fold Troll can get into the Tomato, then Hyunlei can try and get in. Kill Switch having to think about it. What deck plays it? Yeah, great question. Gonna get into the Tomato with the Air Bellum. Sangan gonna get hit into by the Hyunlei, and that's gonna give them Hamster. Okay, yeah, I mean you're sat in a Saberhole, so I think you're okay with that. Gonna make Gotems with those. Gonna use the Gotems to get rid of the Lone Fire. Wow, that's a huge hit. For that hand, that is a huge hit. Wow. Okay. Set the emergency call now and pass. Draw for turn is the Torrential. Yeah, all good, all good. Gonna set the Torrential, set the Hamster, pass. Gonna equal back in end phase. That's gonna bring back a Gotems and an Air Bellum. Yeah, I wonder if they read this Torrential. They have just drawn my body as a shield. So they're gonna summon out the Sangan. Gonna use those for a Brio. Sangan going to go off now, and that's going to get the Ragigura. Yeah, they're going to Brio. Okay. Yeah, he can't use Prio since he used Sangan. Yeah, that's right. Alright, on summon. Do you have any response to Sangan Surge? Sure. Going to Torrential. Yeah, that's going to get rid of my body. And yeah, that is just enough. Right, because I think that's enough damage. And it's definitely a lot of hand ripping, so you're okay with that. Okay, going into game number 2 now. Opening hands are Air Bellum, Judgment, Saber Slash. Very cool. We don't often see this card when it's X-Sabers, but we know that Kill Switch is on it. Book of Moon and Heavy Storm. Going up against Lone Fire, Pot, Cyber Dragon, Raikou, Deep Prison, and Hamster. Okay. Yeah, I still don't fully understand what Papa Phil is playing right now, but it's got it's probably got Titanials in it. It's got like a Hamster, Raikou, probably Caius, and Tomato Engine. So we'll find out. Just gonna set the Deep Prison, set the Raikou, and pass. Draw for turn is Fold Troll. Just gonna pass. Draw for turn is Gauze. Gonna set the Hamster now. Pass. Draw for turn is MST. Yeah, set MST, pass off turn is Gale. They're going to Raikou go after the back row, but the back row is going to take out their back row of Deep Prison. Mills Trap Stun, Call, and Foolish. Then they're going to flip the Hamster. Hamster's going to set another Raikou. And they're going to summon out the Gale. So 200, 11, 13. Yeah, and then they've probably got a Synchro player in main too. Yeah, it chooses the Catasta. I think that's really good actually. All of the X-Sabers are typically Earth. So, yeah, that works. Draw for turn is equal. Going to summon out the Air Bellum now. Air Bellum can get through the Hamster pretty handily. Main 2, they can Saber Slash to destroy the Catasta. So Saber Slash, standard spell, destroy a number of face-up cards on the field equal to the number of attack position X-Saber monsters you control. So pretty good here. They're going to set the Heavy Storm, set the Solemn Judgment. Set the Book as well, and pass. Yeah, I guess the problem is they just need another low level, so they can get going on this. Okay, draw is Dust Tornado. They're going to flip the Raikou. That's going to get hit with a Solemn, huge Solemn. Yeah, that doesn't feel great when they've got Lone Fire in hand. But yeah, let's see. So Cyber Dragon coming down now. Yeah, Cyber Dragon attempt to get in. It's going to get met with Book of Moon now. Main 2, they can Lone Fire into Titanial. Yeah, dumps 2 there because they've got Avarice, which they can also use in main 2. Avarice now. Puts back Raikou, Catasta, Hamster, Lone Fire, and Lone Fire. Let's see it. Torrential Mirror Force. Wow, nice. Okay, settle 3 of the back rows they've got available. And pass. Interesting choice with Gauze out, but I guess you just feel like you're so far ahead right now. Draw for turn is Full Helm. Yeah, they can Heavy Storm now. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, he's just a lot of commitment with no Solemn or Starlight, right? So that feels bad. And actually, yeah, that has maybe a case if you're that far up to say Dust Tornado in standby, but there's just no way you read that. Okay, Heavy Storm, and then Full Helm Knight coming out now. That allows them to summon out the Foal Troll. They can use the Air Bellum and the Foal Troll for the Gotems. Gotems can get through the Titanial nicely, and then Gotems can take out the Full Helm, get rid of the Gauze. They know this is Cyber Dragon, and they've got a Gotems equal as well as follow up. Let's see what they're drawn to. Charge is huge. What a rip. Holy. Okay, Mills Dandelion as well. Dandelion, Chaos, Sorcerer, and Caius. Yeah, you're totally fine with that if you're Papa Phil right now. So that's 2 tokens and a Raikou. Set the Raikou past. Draw for turn into Air Bellum. Air Bellum coming out now. That can get through one of the tokens. Gotems can get through the Raikou. Raikou's going to attempt to get rid of the Gotems. Yeah, I think they were hoping it would try and go for the back row, which they could, you know, have potentially used or not used. But yeah, either way, if they go for the Gotems, they can equal it back now. So this is Full Helm Knight Gotems. Yep, and then Full Helm Knight. Yeah, Full Helm Knight, and then Cyber Dragon in. Papa Phil's saying GG. It's a bit early. It's a little bit early, but I understand they're probably a bit sick of this this X-Saber player having everything. Draw for turn there is the Dark Armed as well. That would not have been live, and they were about to lose both monsters, I think. So yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, there's no way they've already milled Chaos Orc, so they can't really adjust the line Dark count. Maybe another pot would have helped, but I don't think there's a way. Yeah, they could have if they'd have ripped pot and like if they'd have somehow drawn pot of greed and ripped pot and dad, then maybe there's a way to play around it. But that dad was just never going to get live and they were going to die next turn anyway. So I think that's okay. I think you're okay with that. Yeah, GG's. Cool, really good game. I mean, Kill Switch is absolutely killing it with this X-Saber deck. I think it's really teched out. I think it's really spicy. They seem to draw the nuts a lot of the time as well, which is very helpful in this format and with this deck. So yeah, absolutely no complaints on the way they played that. I think Saber Slash coming up, taking out a monster was really interesting. Taking out a monster like Catasta. I mean, it's just a really helpful out for something like that. Something that your deck otherwise might struggle against. And then this deck, yeah, I mean, we never really saw Phil get going, which is a bit of a shame because when Papa Phil goes off, they go right off. Like they're a huge swing player, and always really good to see them on the channel. But didn't really get a chance to get started here. You know, they got Titanial up, they got big back row going, but with no protection, Heavy Storm, and then X-Saber combo was just enough to finish it off. So really cool game. Good to see the X-Sabers still hanging at these top tables like they do.